Is his first free throw. A.J. Gaston now in the ball game, giving a breather to Ivy Smith Jr. Second free throw up, no good. Boy, rare misses for Dallas Polk Hilliard. Missed both of them. Combs with the basketball, gets it out to Armstrong. Armstrong drives the paint, shoots, up no good. Prince Moss with the rebound for the Grambling Tigers. Moss will drop it off to Nigel Ribeiro, who is defended by Tariq Armstrong. Ribeiro now comes back towards the middle. Looking, drives, now back over to Dallas Polk Hilliard. He'll take the three. It's up, it's no good. Park tips the ball, and coming away with the basketball for Texas Southern is Tariq Armstrong. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up. Charge to Grambling.
Looks like that's going to be on number 22, Prince Moss.
And for Moss, that's going to be his first personal. Should be the fourth team foul on Grambling. But unfortunately, he was in the act of shooting. And so going to the line for Texas Southern will be number 4, Derek Bruce.
First one is up and good.
One more shot there for Bruce. Bruce had 7 points in the last game against Grambling. He fouled out of the contest, as a matter of fact. Had a couple of rebounds. A.J. Gaston, bounce pass inside to Dallas Polk Hilliard. Turnaround jumper, good. Dallas Polk Hilliard with the bucket.
Come up, that's going to be a charge. Ball going back the other way.
Going to Texas Southern. 20-19, Texas Southern on top. 9.5 remaining here in this first half of play.
Great job by Xavier Pert to get in position and draw that charge. So now the ball goes to Grambling.
We talked about that in practice one day. You got to give your body up on the inside in order to make something happen, to give the team the ball back. Dallas Polk Hilliard, fade, no good. Coming down with the rebound for Texas Southern, that's going to be Ed Ewing. Tell you one player on the women's side that was really good at that, just graduated last year, and that was Monisha Neal. Very good.
Almost every time in transition, she was right there, ready to take a charge.
Three-pointer flushed by Sean Olden. That's his first bucket of the ball game, and Grambling now trailing by 4, 23-19. 8:49 remaining here in the first half of play. Park will take the baseline, goes up for the shot, good. Park with the basket, and it's now a 23-21 ball game. Thought about the three-pointer. Bruce now back to the inside to Ewing. He goes up for the shot, no good. Prince Moss with the rebound for the Grambling Tigers. Moss has put together a few good games over the last few weeks, and here's Moss, a three-pointer, good!
On cue.
He's put together a couple of big games over the last several weeks for this Grambling Tiger basketball team.
Texas.
Shot up good. Inside the paint, Ewing. Shot up good.
Nice move and ball handling by Prince Moss. Almost just cupped the ball in his hand and just took it all the way.
(26-25). I just want to see Prince Moss get loose one time in the open court.
It's going to happen. I can see it happening.
And that is Nigel Ribeiro with the rebound. Ribeiro in between the circles. He's defended by John Patterson. Nigel Ribeiro, three-pointer, no good. Pert with the rebound. Xavier Pert now to Nigel Ribeiro. Prince Moss had a season and career high 21 points in the game against Arkansas Pine Bluff. A.J. Gaston, bounce past the Pert. Drives. Trying to go for the shot, no good. Oh, spin move to get out of trouble by Bruce. Bruce goes up for the shot, and it'll be a foul on Grambling. Dallas Polk Hilliard will pick up the foul. That'll be 2 on him with 6:47 remaining here in the first half of play. We have a timeout on the floor. It's a good one here in Grambling, 26-25. Tigers on top of number 2 Texas Southern. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to Grambling basketball on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching it live on GSU TV. We'll be right back.
Touchdown! You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you can start here and go anywhere. Here at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Texas Southern 26-25. Donovan, this is a really good game so far.
I expected nothing less than this back and forth game that we are getting right now.
6:47 remaining here in this first half of play. Still got one more media timeout, the under 4. First free throw is up and good. Derek Bruce. Second one is up and good. Bruce is now 4 of 4 at the charity stripe. He has 7 points. Leads Texas Southern in scoring. That's going to be a foul against Grambling, and it goes back to Texas Southern. And Nigel Ribeiro had to just kind of bite his tongue on that one because he didn't agree with the call.
You're going to have those calls where it's like you don't agree, but the game has to keep going on. You can't dwell on the past.
And now Coach Jonte Jackson just tells Nigel Ribeiro, just shake it off. He says, I agree. Just shake it off. You just need to come on over and just calm down for a quick second and get you back in the game. Alex Empoyo, Shaquille Athey, Ivy Smith Jr., Prince Moss, all in the game. Shot up, no good, and Empoyo wrangling the rebound away from Texas Southern. 27-26, Grambling trailing. 6:13 remaining here in the first half of play. Nice fake by Ivy Smith Jr. going in for the shot, no good, and the rebound by Texas Southern. Bruce with the basketball, drives the paint, goes in for the shot. It's good. Boy, nice finger roll. Nice touch, 9 points now for the senior from Moreno Valley, California. After graduation, he went to Northwest Florida State to go to school and then transferred into Texas Southern when Johnny Jones became the head coach. Out of bounds, back to Texas Southern. (29-26), Grambling trailing by 3. Texas Southern now with the basketball. And a steal by Ivy Smith Jr. Over to Alex Empoyo. Goes up for the shot. Good. Great body control by Empoyo to avoid picking up a charging foul.
Great awareness by Ivy Smith Jr. as well to be able to kick it to him as a foul is coming up, and that's going to be against Axel Empoyo.
Yep, that's going to be number 2 on Axel. So him and Dallas Polk Hilliard both with 2 fouls. 29-28, Grambling trailing, 5:13 remaining here in this first half of play. Axel Empoyo, the 6'8 junior from Meridian, Idaho, transferred from Northeastern Colorado College. Free throw up and good. At the line for Texas Southern is number 15, Justin Hopkins. They'll have one more free throw at the line. And he's 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. Only went to the line one time in the game against Grambling back in January. And a steal. Devontae Jackson there is going to call a jump ball. Possession will go to Grambling. 30-28, Grambling trailing with 4:56 remaining until halftime. Coming up at the half, we'll give you all the news, notes, and stats. And also coming up at halftime here at the stadium, if you're around, the Subway Shootout. Lucky student will have a chance to win Subway for the semester. Nice ball fake by Prince Moss over to Shaq Athey. Goes in for the shot, no good. Devontae Jackson gets the ball back. Now he goes in for the shot. It's no good. Ball tipped around, and Texas Southern comes away with the basketball.
Got to answer on those second chance opportunities.
Three-pointer on the way by Texas Southern. Good. They paid for that one, and that's Derek Bruce once again, 10 points. Make that 12. 33-28, Grambling trailing by 5, 4:22 remaining. Inside foul coming up. Trayvon Bunch will go to the free throw line.
Scratch that, they called it on the floor, so they'll take the ball out from underneath the basket.
Going to be a foul coming up against Texas Southern. A.J. Gaston getting ready to check back into the ball game here for the Tigers. 33-28 the score. Devontae Jackson at the free throw line hits the first one. One more at the line. And we talked about that battle over in Alabama between Alabama State and A&M on the men's side. That game tied at 33 almost at halftime. Big game there for Alabama State because if they lose that one, it gives a little breathing room for Grambling if they can win. And Valley right now on top of Alcorn, 49-43. They've started the second half. Pass on the inside. Three-pointer on the way by Olden. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped out. Foul on the floor against Texas Southern.
Looks like that's going to be against Ewing from Texas Southern.
Ewing called for the foul. And Grambling, I think, will be going to the free throw line for the rest of the half. 1-1 right now. Shaq Athey at the line for Grambling. Free throw up and good. Shaq Athey doesn't go the line a ton, shooting about 54%, but really capitalizing on those two free throws there. 3:58 remaining, 33-31 now. The score, Grambling trailing by 2. Near steal by Trayvon Bunch. He's in the open, gets it to Ivy Smith, to A.J. Gaston. Gaston goes in, can't hit the bucket, but is going to the free throw line. What a job by Trayvon Bunch, stealing the ball on the sideline and getting it down the floor. We have a timeout on the floor with the score. Grambling trailing Texas Southern 33-31. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to Grambling basketball on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching it live on GSU TV. We'll be right back.
Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers trail Texas Southern 33-31, and A.J. Gaston can change that with a couple of free throws right here. Gaston shooting 79.5%, almost 80%, top free throw shooter on the team, and he hits the first one. One more at the charity stripe. He's got 3 points, going for 4 and a tie here. Texas Southern has taken more shots. They're 11 of 30, Grambling 12 of 24. Texas Southern's bench is outscoring Grambling's, though, 16-11. Coming up at halftime, we'll go over the scores in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. NBA All-Star Weekend. How many people are going to watch the game? Shot up, no good.
Good defense by Ivy Smith Jr., forcing that very difficult shot.
Derek Bruce had to adjust his shot.
Ball tipped around at the rim, no good, but
I'll tell you what, Devontae Jackson was just trying to hold on to it. Had that ball down a little bit low, and everybody started grabbing the basketball.
When you bring it down low in the paint, you're vulnerable to swipes, steals, all that.
Ivy Smith Jr. inbounds the basketball, gets it to Trayvon Bunch, now to Shaq Athey.
Pass almost thrown away.
And it goes out of bounds.
Ivy Smith Jr. looking for a foul, but not going to get it. Ball goes Texas Southern.
Dallas Polk Hilliard coming back into the ball game. Shaq Athey will come out. Texas Southern with the basketball. 2:17 remaining in the first half of play. Tied at 33. Three-pointer on the way. Oh, nothing but net. Tariq Armstrong, the junior from Houston. Transfer from Weatherford College. And the ball goes off of the face of Trayvon Bunch. And it comes to Texas Southern. Another three-pointer on the way. No good. Ball tipped and then recovered by John Jones. Another three-pointer on the way. No good. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball. Smith trying to get away from trouble. It's stolen away from him. And coming up with the basketball, Jeremy Combs. Combs now gets the ball out to Bruce. Bruce now inside to Combs. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up.
Ivy Smith split the defenders, but the defenders was still hot on his tail and able to swipe it from behind.
36-33 the score. Grambling trailing Texas Southern, 1:33 remaining here in the first half of play, and they really don't need a lot of mistakes coming down here in the stretch in the first half.
Not at all. Can't give any type of leeway, can't let up at all. Got to keep mistakes to a minimum at all times.
(37-33) the score. Grambling on top. Grambling trailing. 1:33 remaining in the first half of play. Second free throw coming up here for Jeremy Combs. Good. Johnny Jones says that he wants his team to do two things: play good defense and really do well at the free throw line.
The free throw line is where you're going to be able to make a big dent in the game. So definitely free throws help any team.
Dallas Polk Hilliard just got mugged. 38-33. Dunk on the other side on the fast break by Jeremy Combs, and a timeout Grambling. It went from being tied at 33 and now a 7-0 run by Texas Southern here late in the first half, and it's now a 40-33 ball game. And this is a 30-second timeout just so Coach Jackson can kind of tell them to get things together. Well, this is the kind of energy that you need when your big fella is out of the ball game if you're Texas Southern. That's one of the weapons that they do have on the inside with Trayvon Reed, the redshirt senior from Mobile, 7'2", and he can run the floor well as well. So for Grambling, the biggest thing now, no more mistakes. It was tied at 33 about a minute ago.
How quickly momentum can change.
Of course, coming up at halftime, the Subway Shootout here at the stadium. Donovan and I will be talking about latest developments in the NBA, and I know you are really more NBA savvy than I am a little bit.
Yep, All-Star game is about to come up soon.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Got the skills challenge and dunk contest and everything tonight.
Nigel Ribeiro, nice movement inside the paint, and he stops the 7-0 run. And for Ribeiro, that is his 4th point of the ball game. Three-pointer, almost on the way, thought about it, then pulled back, shot up, no good. And wiping the boards, Dallas Polk Hilliard, foul coming up against Texas Southern. It'll be charged to Butler, the senior from Atlanta. That should be his first personal. He's got 5. Jeremy Combs, 10 points for Texas Southern, and Derek Bruce, 12 points. Meanwhile, Dallas Polk Hilliard with 10, trying to go to 11. Misses the free throw, though. Got to hit the freebies.
Calling free throws for a reason.
They're free. Nice pass on the inside part. It's going to foul, and he's going to the line. End of this half, boy, Grambling. A 9-2 run. And going to the free throw line here is Jeremy Combs, possibly to make it a 10-2 run. Six points for Combs. Shot is up and good. 7 points. Nigel Ribeiro has the ball. 14 seconds left in the half. About a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Parton with the basketball. Dallas Polk Hilliard will take the 3. No good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Tigers trailing 43-35 here at the half. We'll take this timeout. 2-minute local timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers on top 43 to Grambling Tigers trailing 43 to 35.
I'm Amaya Ash, and it is high school day here at Grambling State University. Hundreds of prospective students have come here to watch Grambling Tigers take on Texas Southern University. With Texas Southern being second in the SWAC and Grambling being third, the stakes are high, and it definitely showed with the intensity that we just had in the first quarter. Texas Southern and Grambling State were both going hard in the paint, but Texas Southern led in turnovers, and the final score was 43 Texas Southern and Grambling 35. Now throwing it back to Centauria Black.
All right, thanks a lot, Amaya. We'll get to a first half recap here in just a little bit. But I think, first of all, Donovan, what we do want to talk about is looking at the importance of these two ball games here for Grambling, just because of the fact that you have a lot of at stake with the top four teams getting a home game.
Absolutely. Those 4 seeds are up for grabs. Everybody wants home court advantage. Everybody wants to be able to play in front of their home court, especially in the tournament. That goes a long way. So all this is everything. Every game, every minute, every possession, everything. You cannot let up or give anybody an edge.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about is that, of course, it'll be in Birmingham, Alabama. It's been in Houston the last several years. Last year, great for the fans. Technically, there's some things that happened over in Houston, media-wise and all of that. But, you know, it's great because the mayor of Birmingham, I had a chance to meet him, a young mayor over there, really wants the SWAC to be back involved in the fold a little bit more in Birmingham. And, of course, you couldn't have the football championship over there this year, and that's just because of the fact that you had a conflict with Conference USA. But bringing basketball back is really huge.
That's definitely a good sign when the SWAC conference is welcome in numerous places, not just in Houston, but also welcome back in Birmingham. So it definitely goes a long way and shows the appreciation that fans all in the southwestern region have for SWAC tournament play.
Absolutely. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more of the halftime show. The Grambling Tigers right now trail Texas Southern 43 to 35. We'll take this timeout right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. See if I can get some scores.
Grambling. Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now trailing 43-35 at halftime. Biggest thing now, Donovan, here, let's talk about the NBA break. Dell Demps fired as general manager with the Pelicans. The national narrative is that really wasn't the best thing. It's just a dumpster fire. But I think actually that's the best move, because if you're going to trade Anthony Davis in the offseason, you need the new management to do that. And I think that at the end of the season, I think Alvin Gentry may be on the chopping block as well.
The one thing that the Pelicans organization talked about is they want somebody to come in and take full ownership and take full not responsibility, but they want to take control of the AD situation at hand. So they definitely need to find somebody that can take that as well. And whoever's not contributing to that might as well hit the door as well.
And and look, it's a foregone conclusion that Anthony Davis is gone.
Just about. It's a matter of where he's going to go. And a lot of people, especially with the All-Star game coming up, a lot of people are saying him and LeBron hooking up is not that far of a stretch in the offseason.
I don't think they'll do it. And I'm going to tell you why. Boston presents a better package to if you think about it, because they've got the better pick. You've got the #1 pick from Memphis right now. And if you can get Zion Williamson with that pick, why would I go ahead and take that from the Lakers, all of the young guys, when I can really get 2 seasoned veterans, maybe 3, and 2 or 3 more first-round picks?
Not only that, you look at who they have at the table. They have Jason Tatum. They have Rozier. They have all these players that are still developing. That's the scary part. These players are still developing, and they still have long ways to mature before they're considered veterans, and they're only going up. Their stock is only rising as their years come on.
The other thing is that now Anthony Davis has even said he'd be interested in going with the Bucks to play with the Greek Freak.
Now that's a scary. That's the definition of Twin Towers right there. That's a scary combination.
I think that the Lakers show their whole hand, and whoever they deal with now, they're going to ask for the entire kitchen sink in order for them to do a deal with them. So to me, Anthony Davis to Boston, to Milwaukee makes more sense right now than it does to the Lakers.
And another thing is the Eastern Conference is still very much wide open.
Yeah.
So you go there, you can have a team that definitely shoots up as far as taking control of the East. So the East is also a very interesting way to go. I would not be surprised if he went to the East. It's a matter of where he goes in the East.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more here from the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers trail at halftime 43-35. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. We'll do stats next.
How can I hear him? The headphones.
Hey, it's all right. We just have to make sure we adjust.
I gotta know about sports.
Well, depends on what you want to do. Depends on what you want to do.
It's okay.
What's the difference? I
We're going to do it again Monday.
I mean, they got people that do camera work. They got somebody that's going to tell us when to come back on the radio and stuff like that.
I want to see your name.
They're reporters.
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The band got everybody hype in the building tonight. Of course, we've got one shot clock that is out, so that may cause a little bit of delay when we start the second half. Let's talk about this first half of play. Grambling 33-33. Let's remember that. It's 33-33 with about 2 minutes and some change left in the first half of play. And Texas Southern outscores them 10-2 in the last 2 minutes of the first half to take an 8-point lead in the halftime.
One thing you definitely have to remember is the pressure that Texas Southern was bringing towards the end of that game, absolutely mugging everybody that was in a white shirt as soon as they crossed half court, definitely making their presence felt in the inside as well. So that comes with forcing bad shots and forcing them to take shots that they're not used to taking, and then taking advantage in transition from defense to offense.
Well, the other thing is points off turnovers. Grambling had 11 turnovers in the first half. Texas Southern had 5. And Texas Southern took advantage of that, outscoring Grambling 16-6 off turnovers. And then, of course, the other thing you got to look at here is they weren't out rebounded, but it was just the last 2 minutes where they were not able to get things together.
You got to get things together. You got to be able to finish plays, and you got to be able to finish possessions. So for them to not be able to crash the boys the way they want to, they're definitely going to have to need an answer for that as this game rolls on.
All right, the other thing here is to talk a little bit about how, for Grambling in the second half, what do you think they need to do?
Definitely have to control the boards and have to play smart and protect the ball at all times. Can't have those turnovers because that's where the problem lies. They're getting outscored 16-6 as far as turnovers. Protect the ball as well as get turnovers for yourself in your favor.
All right, we'll take one final timeout. We'll take a 1 minute timeout. 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. Grambling trailing 43-35 at halftime. When we come back, second half action live from the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
All right, of course, now the Grambling Tigers getting ready for the second half here. Texas Southern will get the ball to start the second half of this ball game, and Coach Johnny Jones starting the second half talking to the officials. Not only talking to the officials, but he's already taken off his coat and loosened his tie a little bit.
Yeah, he's ready for this second half of action because it's definitely going to be a doozy.
Texas Southern with the basketball to start things out here in the second half. Shot up and good. And Ewing now has 8 points in the ball game for Texas Southern.
Texas Southern continues to just keep adding on to this biggest lead of the game.
Yep.
That's 10. As a three is up and good by Polk Hilliard.
So Hilliard now with 13 points now is, boy, what a great job in setting that up.
Great defense in this inside by Jackson. Gatson comes with the ball for Grambling.
Gatson goes in for the shot, no good. Foul coming up against Texas Southern.
Grambling is shooting only 6 for 11 from the free throw line, so you definitely have to cash in right here if you want to get back into this game right now.
Yeah, you got to get back into the ball game. There's no question about that. And I think that the first thing they got to do is, you know, just take their time at the line. I think that's all you really got to do. Just take their time at the line.
Gadsden misses the first one just off the front iron.
And, you know, he's a guy that's shooting 79, 80% from the free throw line.
Second one is up and good. Now it's a 6-point ball game. And here comes Grambling with full court pressure.
Yeah, you got to stop the ball.
Ball stolen by Jackson. Good defense. Coach Jackson wants them to set up the offense now.
During practice on Thursday, one of the things he talked about is being patient in the offense, dictate the tone of the ball game. Empoyo with the ball, kicks it back outside, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer by Ivy Smith Jr.
Now a one-possession ball game.
Nearly a steal there by Grambling. Three-pointer on the way for Texas Southern. Wow. Just when you hit a three, they hit a three. Tariq Armstrong. A.J. Gaston right on Jones. Bounce pass inside to Devontae Jackson, and it's stolen by Texas Southern. These are two games you definitely have to have, and that's going to be a foul coming up. It's either going to be on Devontae Jackson or it's going to be on A.J. Gaston. It's going to be on Devontae Jackson. Should be his third personal. And that's going to be a shooting foul, unfortunately. Free throw up and good. One more at the charity stripe here for Jeremy Collins, the graduate transfer from Dallas, Texas. Remember, this is a team that early in the year beat Baylor, beat Oregon when they were in the top 25, same team. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball. Goes to the rack, up, no good. Tariq with the rebound for Texas Southern. All the way in for the flush, and that's going to be Butler. 52-42, 10-point deficit.
Just when you thought you can make some ground up, they answer right back on their own.
Ivy Smith Jr. right side to Dallas Polk-Hilliard. He'll take the baseline. Going up for the shot, air ball, no good. Combs with the rebound for Texas Southern. And foul coming up. I think that's going to be on A.J. Gaston. And it's his first personal. And now Texas Southern going back to the line. Remember, 33-33 is where we were with about 2 minutes left in the first half of play. And now we're at 53-42 with that free throw.
It seemed like they were just going tit for tat in the beginning of the game, and now TSU has woken up and just playing their game.
Taking a look at the basketball standings. Prairie View 9-1, Texas Southern 7-3. Grambling and Alabama State both 7-4. Here's what that means. If Alabama State wins tonight, Grambling loses. Grambling drops to 4th place. Axel Empoyo with the shot. Three-pointer on the way on the other side for Texas Southern, no good. Ivy Smith Jr. with the rebound. Gaston back to Empoyo. Dallas Polk Hilliard for 3, up, no good. Oh, he gets a shooter's roll. Talk about the friendly roll. Dallas Polk Hilliard now with 16 in the ball game.
Off the iron, off the glass, back in.
Sounds like one of those shots you need to call in horse. Near steal. Shot up and good. This time by Ewing. A.J. Gaston takes a three-pointer up, no good. Park didn't want to foul on that play. Three-pointer up, no good. Park with the rebound. A.J. Gaston with the basketball at the three-point line. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot up, no good. And the rebound by Butler for Texas Southern. Now he gets it up to Armstrong. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up.
Looks like it's going to be on Ivy Smith.
That is going to be against Ivy Smith. That is his first personal. We'll take a timeout. Timeout here on the floor. Grambling trailing 56-47. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the game live on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching live on GSU TV. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers right now trailing Texas Southern 56-47. It is far from over, though, as the Grambling Tigers just have to take things one thing at a time. Free throw coming up here. Good. Back to a 10-point lead.
Nigel Bell working to the inside, spin around jumper, no good.
Oh, it went off the Park's head. But Grambling gets the ball back. Three-pointer by Dallas Polk Hilliard, up no good. And Park tried to grab the basketball, just couldn't put his hands around it. Boy, I tell you, the ball is just bouncing all over the place. No shot there. Park with the rebound. Nigel Ribeiro going in, getting the scoop shot. Six points for Nigel Ribeiro. Grambling now trailing by 8. Butler with the basketball going in, shot up good, and that time it's going to be Combs going in and getting the shot.
It just seems like Grambling cannot manage to get any type of ground advantage on TSU, because every time they go down, it's just they can't get it. They can't take advantage.
Combs now has 19 points. Make that 20 with the free throw. And remember, this is just a 1-point ball game last time out. Combs had 9 points, 14 rebounds in the game against Grambling the last time out. He's got 19 points and right there knocking on 7 rebounds so far. Made a few corrections to the rebounding as well. Ewing 10 points, 8 rebounds. Texas Southern with the basketball. Up 11 now. Nearly threw the basketball away. Oh, he missed the dunk. Jeremy Combs missed the dunk. He was too far under the rim.
I think the fans are going to let him hear about that
one.
Oh,
yeah. You know how that goes. Where you know, the fans can really heckle you. Park going inside, going for the basket. Good. He's got 4 points. 60-51, back to a 9-point deficit. One thing you can't do is let that deficit keep growing. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Oh, knocked the ball out of his own teammate's hands.
Communication flaws. Got to be able to communicate when you're getting boards down there, because it can get very hectic very quick.
And foul's going to go against Nigel Ribeiro. That'll be his second. And back to the line, Jeremy Combs. Right before that last timeout, Combs was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He misses this one. Free throw up and good. Ribeiro, right side to Prince Moss. Three-pointer on the way, no good. The Texas Southern with the rebound. Wow, he had to catch up with that basketball. It was almost out of the reach of Sean Olden. Three-pointer on the way, up, no good. The rebound put back, and the shot is up. Are they going to count the bucket?
It didn't go in.
Didn't go in. Timeout on the floor, 61-51 the score. Grambling trailing. 11:43 remaining in the ball game. Dallas Polk Hilliard picks up his third. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Grambling basketball on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching live on GSU TV.
And the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
The Grambling Tigers right now in a battle with Texas Southern, 61-51, with 11:43 remaining in the ball game. Going to the line here now for Texas Southern will be Jalen Patterson, the 6'1" graduate student transfer from LSU. And you know what? Look, they have really, in between when Mike Davis left and Johnny Jones coming, these schools that they've transferred from, LSU, Purdue, Nevada, Samford, TCU. Then you've got Lumpkin, who I don't think we've seen tonight. He transferred from Arkansas Pine Bluff. You got a couple of guys from junior colleges, Colorado State. Really an impressive list of transfers for this team.
That's a good following, and they're definitely taking advantage. I would say they feel pretty comfortable here at TSU.
Dallas Polk Hilliard with the shot. Oh, goes in and out. Grambling with the basketball, gets it to Prince Moss. Nice fake by Prince Moss, goes in for the shot, gets the bucket. And looking bewildered and confused, Jeremy Combs. He picks up the foul. I think that's his second. Prince Moss gets the bucket. He's got 7 now. Prince Moss shooting 67% from the free throw line. That shot is up and no good.
Blocked out of there by Jackson. Foul coming up, shot no good, but Ivy Smith is going to head to the line.
And Ivy Smith, of course, definitely a shooter.
That foul's against Olden. It's going to be his third. First free throw is good.
One more free throw at the line. Texas Southern now setting up that defense. Full court pressure set up. Wow, coast to coast. Nice fake there by Prince Moss, and a foul coming up. So they had a great shot there by Bruce. And now Prince Moss will go to the line.
Ivy Smith for 3, he fills it up.
That's the second one of the day. Not a big three-point shooter, but can shoot when he needs to, and now it's Grambling trailing 64-58, 6-point deficit. 10:18 remaining here in the ball game. Prince Moss with the ball. Gets it back to him. Nice fake, right elbow, good. Textbook fake to turn back around and hit it from the right elbow. Look at Coach Jackson. He's into it, telling Nigel Ribeiro to get out on the defense. Jones with the ball. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Shot up and good by Hopkins.
Grambling pushing now.
Let's go!
Trayvon Bunch with the shot.
It's those two right back.
Now a 4-point deficit, 66-62. 9 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Traveling violation. Grambling gets the ball. That is huge.
Big turnover. Tariq Armstrong coming back in, and we know why. He's gonna help. He's gonna hold down Ivy Smith. Fans starting to heckle Texas Southern a little bit.
Oh yeah, the fans are into it now.
To insinuate that some of the players from Texas Southern may need to visit the local barbershop establishments. Prince Moss going up, can't hit the shot, but he goes to the free throw line.
Armstrong wants him to say he was traveling first, but he's not going to get it.
Jones with the foul. That's his second personal.
Yeah, we know your name, Armstrong.
Prince Moss, free throw, good. Now that's a young man that has really stepped up his game. A.J. Gaston coming in, takes out Ivy Smith Jr.
That's that little man syndrome coming out of you, Tyree. I ain't Armstrong. Being a little man on the team, I know you gotta speak up.
Free throws, good.
One possession ball game now. Grambling only down 2.
8:47 remaining here in the ball game. Grambling has fought back. It was 33-33. Texas Southern went on a run, had a 10-point lead, and now Grambling has tied it at it's now 66-64. Grambling within a bucket.
Texas Southern's biggest lead at one point was 12 points.
And great defense being played right now. Jones for three. No good. Dallas Polk Hilliard with the long rebound.
Grambling now has a chance to either tie or take the lead on this possession.
Come on, Nigel!
Ribeiro defended by Tariq Armstrong.
Armstrong. His name is Tyree. His name is Armstrong. His last name is Armstrong, but he's weak. And they say, yeah, I got you, Tyree.
Now to Devontae Jackson. Jackson driving is going to be an offensive foul. That's going to be 4 on Devontae Jackson. He dipped his shoulder. I can't be mad at that call. 66-64. 7:55 remaining in the ball game. We'll take this timeout. 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Grambling Basketball on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching live on GSU TV. We'll be right back.
Touchdown!
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of GSU, to 64 after the offensive foul was called against Grambling. And again, Donovan, I couldn't be mad at that because Devontae Jackson got the ball, kind of dipped his shoulder inside.
Yes, but that's a foul that you don't need in that situation right there. So they're going to have to answer and step up. Less than 8 minutes left to go in the game now.
Armstrong inside, nice little wraparound, going to the other side of the rim. Ewing with the bucket. Texas Southern 18 to 25 from the line. Jeremy Combs 9 of 11 by himself. Prince Moss going in, he gets the bucket.
They need a stop on defense. Can't keep playing from behind.
Tyreek Armstrong for three. No good. Prince Moss with the rebound. What a dunk by Alex Empoyo! The alley-oop! And it was all set up by the little general, Nigel Ribeiro.
Looking right down court from half court. Tie game, and that shifts the momentum. Incredible.
We are tied at 68. And Coach Jackson giving a wink and a point to Nigel Ribeiro. A nice block by Dallas Pokill. Three-pointer on the way, good. And the three-pointer quiets the crowd. Butler hits that. The senior. That's his second three-pointer. He has 10 points now. Ribeiro goes up for the shot, and it's no good, but he's going to the free throw line. And the official tells Tyreek Armstrong to just kind of be quiet. And for Tyreek Armstrong, that's his second personal. Armstrong trying to plead his case. And Nigel Ribeiro will go to the free throw line.
Two very big free throws coming up. Now, you would think these free throws are not that big with only 6:15 left in the ball game.
Oh, they're huge. First one is good.
The seesaw game that this has been, these are incredibly huge.
Shame on you, number 2.
Second one is good. A 1-point ball game now.
First two free throws of the night for Nigel Ribeiro, as a matter of fact. Gets both of them. Lee Ribeiro now 14 points. I'm sorry, 8 points. Nice job on the inside. Devontae Jackson there on the block. Ribeiro recovering on defense. Tyreek Armstrong out there. Defended by Prince Moss. That's going to be a foul, count the bucket. Just when you think you can put him away.
That's what I said earlier. Just when you think you're building momentum, it gets taken from you just like that.
So that is going to go against Ewing.
Can't convert. Now still technically a one-possession ball game, only 3-point game right now.
73-70. Nigel Ribeiro with the basketball. Ribeiro going in. Now going to A.J. Gasson for three. No good. Now Armstrong comes back with the basketball. Throws it. He loses it. Oh, and he tried to get it to Prince Moss, and he threw it away. Taking the ball away was Ewing.
Just underthrew him right there.
That's going to be a travel. Yep. At first, it looked like the official on the baseline wanted to call a foul, but the one on the sideline, which was near the press table, clearly had the call there on the travel before he went towards the bucket.
It's us, Ewing. You're right here. You're right here, Ewing. Jeremy's going to come your hand. You're right here, Ewing. Hey, look for us. That's Tyreek's arm weak, Nigel. Cross him. You're right here.
5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Ribeiro looking.
Splitting defenders.
Going up for the shot, no good. Tipped it out of his hands, and Alex Empoyo recovering. Now to Dallas. Polk Hilliard, 3! We've got a tie ball game at 73. 4:46 remaining in the game. Timeout called by Johnny Jones. And it is going to be a full timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. .446 remaining in the contest. They just changed it to a 30. Oh, now it's a full. All right, it's a full timeout. We'll take a timeout here. 1 minute timeout. Grambling and Texas Southern tied at 73. We'll be right back. Back here at the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. Tied at 73. And Grambling fighting hard.
The atmosphere in this arena is like no other.
Texas Southern with the basketball. Inside, shot up, no good. Rebound, though, by Butler. Butler goes up for the shot. It's no good. Tipped around. He gets his own rebound, goes up for the shot. Rolls off the rim. Nigel Ribeiro has the basketball, looking for the open person. Prince Moss! Oh! Oh!
Jammed home.
Prince Moss with the alley-oop from Nigel Ribeiro. The officials now going over to the scorer's table. And I think they're going to ask the PA announcer. They're asking the fans or other people not to go on the playing floor.
It can get a little hectic when you get. A game of this nature. I think everybody in this arena knows how important this game is how back and forth this game has been huge. All day. So you can't blame people when emotions take over a little bit.
You got to manage the game. There's no question about that. Alex Empoyo nearly with a steal. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Trayvon Bunch gets the rebound. It was knocked out of his hands, and Nigel Ribeiro picks it up. Nigel Ribeiro with 2 big assists in the ballgame that has led to showstoppers. Ribeiro goes up for the shot, no good. Trayvon Bunch with the rebound.
Oh, and it's getting a little hectic now.
Oh, that's going to be a technical foul. He swung at him. It should be a technical foul. He swung at him.
And the crowd is getting behind Grambling as well.
And Nigel Ribeiro, the little general, going in, playing the peacemaker in the midst of tall trees. That's going to be a technical foul, I think.
Unless they say he swung at the ball, that should be a technical.
It should be. Trayvon Bunch going to the free throw line. And they're very fortunate that that was not a technical foul.
Very fortunate.
Bunch can't hit the foul, but Empoyo with the rebound. He goes up for the shot. Good! Good!
Count that baby and a foul.
Alex Empoyo. And there's a timeout on the floor. That foul was charged to Butler. That is his third personal. We have a media timeout. Media timeout. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. You're listening to Grambling Basketball on
What
the
is Grambling?
Sports Radio Network and watching live on GSU TV.
Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling Tigers. On top now 77-73. I go back to 33-33. Grambling loses it, and then they regain it. Now they're on top by 4, but Donovan's still a world of time left in this ball game.
Can't take anything for granted. Got to play every minute and every second.
Alex Empoyo with a free throw coming up, huge, and it's good.
Grambling has now matched their biggest lead at 5 points. That biggest lead was back in the first half with 15:57 left in the ball game. It left in that half, excuse me.
Inside. That's great defense by Trayvon Bunch. They just got their hands going straight up. Prince Moss.
And they call traveling.
It's a travel. And Dallas Polk Hilliard will come into the ball game, taking out Trayvon Bunch. And it looks like that Jeremy Combs shaking up a little bit, grabbing the back of his knee. Ivy Smith Jr. back in the ball game. Three-pointer by Dallas Polk Hilliard!
Fills it up.
22 for the transfer students. They're going to call a timeout. Texas Southern after a made shot. And that shot was good by Combs. And that's going to be a full timeout, Texas Southern. Full timeout, Texas Southern. Do they count that as a 2 or 3 on that side?
On this side, they count it as a 3.
On that side, it's a 2. We'll keep it right here. Grambling Tigers right now on top, 81-75. Smart timeout there by Johnny Jones to slow down the tempo of the ball game and kind of reassess to put things in perspective defensively for Texas Southern. Grambling has been able to come down on the other side after a made bucket in good transition, find an opening passing lane to free up a guy like Dallas Polk Hilliard for a three-pointer.
One dude they cannot sleep on who's having a hot hand right now, Dallas Polk Hilliard. So definitely expect him to have his name and number called for the remainder of this game.
2:55 remaining in the ball game. Grambling will have the ball under their own goal. 3 timeouts left for Texas Southern, 2 for Grambling. Boy, it's been an exciting ball game. I mean, the fans have gotten their money's worth tonight.
Fans are into it. Band is into it. The DJ is making sure the fans are into it.
Nigel Ribeiro, that's why Johnny Jones set up that timeout. Ivy Smith Jr. getting it to Dallas Polk Hilliard. And now Grambling will set the offense. Boy, they had the trap set up on the far sideline. They couldn't close down enough space.
Ivy Smith too fast and too short to close in on.
Ivy Smith Jr. Oh, he tried to get it to Alex Empoyo. Turnover. And Dallas Polk Hilliard gets the ball. Back to Alex Empoyo. Empoyo goes up, can't hit the bucket. Goes out of bounds off of Texas Southern. And it'll go back to Grambling. Empoyo nearly dunked over the defender, and it would have been over.
They would have shut this gym down.
Triple deuces left on the clock. 81-75. And just in that transition, if you're watching GSU TV, great camera work there. And Alex Empoyo nearly closed the place. If he would have dunked over Ewing, he would have been heckled for the remainder of this game. Ivy Smith Jr. Alex Empoyo now to Nigel Ribeiro. Ribeiro with the shot. Up, no good. Came in and out.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the ball game now.
3-pointer on the other side, no good. Goes out of bounds. They say it was off of Texas Southern, back to Grambling.
And they want to review it to make sure.
I can't blame them. Big game, big time.
Every possession matters.
So now they'll tell the teams to go to their respective benches while they review this. One official said it was Grambling's ball. Another one said it was Texas Southern's ball. And so they are now looking at the replay in order to determine who has the basketball. And want to see if we can see the replay on that. (81-75), 1:47 remaining in the ball game, and Coach Jackson talking to his guys right now, trying to set up the next play. And now official telling the Texas Southern players they're not done reviewing this yet, so really they need to go back to the bench. It almost looked like Texas Southern may have tipped it out last.
Well, you got the play was on Texas Southern's side, so really they were influencing the officials to, it was their ball, and if they couldn't get the ball, at least review.
Yep. And that's what Coach Johnny Jones was asking, is at least review that. Tigers right now on top, 81-75 over Texas Southern. It has been a really tough ball game, as the last one was also tough, a 1-point win for Grambling in Houston. And you better bet that they remember that the last time that they were over there. Taking a look at the scoreboard on the women's side, boy, a tight one that happened over in Itabena in overtime. Alcorn beat Valley 81-80 on the women's side. Of course, Grambling beat Texas Southern by the score of 72-55. And as of right now, there are no other scores that have reported. Let's kind of take a look at the men's scores in the conference tonight, as they're still reviewing the play. Take a look at the scores. Trying to get the scores on the men's side. 6:46 remaining in the ball game. Prairie View on top of Jackson over in Jackson, 73-50. Final from today. Alabama State keep their hopes alive of being a top 4 seed. They win 68-62, so it is even more important for Grambling to win tonight. Mississippi Valley at home, boy, 2 good games over there. The women lost in overtime, but the men win it in regulation, 76-68 over there. Pine Bluff and Southern University, they will play coming up at 7:30 tonight, so they'll tip off in about 17 minutes.
Calls back here, Grambling will retain the ball.
It'll be Grambling basketball. And with the standings, with Alabama State winning, they go to 8-4. Grambling needs to win to go to 8-4. Jackson now drops to 6-6, and if the score holds up over there.
Almost like a streak of lightning. Texas Southern comes with the ball.
And it's a foul coming up, and let's see who's it charged to. Prince Moss is going to get the foul.
Usually when you have a review that long, it means they're looking for something very specific, and if they can't find it, they're going to keep looking at it until they can find it. And usually if they come back and the call is the same, it means they didn't have enough to overturn it.
It's pretty much the same in basketball. The free throw shot is up and good. And what a night that this kid is having. Jeremy Combs,
24 points right now.
Got some family over here from Dallas, transferred from LSU. 24 points. That one comes in and out. And they say the foul happened on the floor, reach around. It's going to be on Dallas Polk Hilliard. That'll be 4 on him.
That's one guy you can't afford to lose right now.
And guess who you put back on? Let's see, who's on the free throw line is a question.
Well, Gaston is going to come in for Nigel Ribeiro, actually.
Offense for defense. Ewing at the free throw line. Well, I'm telling you, they are steady at the line. One more shot. It's 2 shots, 10 fouls, means they're over the limit, double bonus the rest of the way.
2 shots the rest of the way.
Both free throws good, 81-78.
Rams in lead, not only 3, a foul.
And they say that foul is going to go against Ewing. Not a terrible foul in that instance.
Not really, but you don't want to. That's one person you don't want to send to the line in Ivy Smith Jr.
Yeah. Trayvon Bunch coming in. Again, defense now for offense. So now, Jeremy Combs switching spots with Ed Ewing. Oh, Ivy Smith missed the front end of the 1-and-1. 81-78. Grambling on top. 1.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Patterson controlling. Shot is up, no good. A.J. Gaston with the ball, gets it to Trayvon Bunch. Now to Ivy Smith Jr.
Texas Southern's bench wanted to travel, but not going to get it.
1:12 remaining in the ball game. And they're going to call a timeout here. 81-78, setting up the offense here. You kind of see what Texas Southern is going to do now. They're going to press the basketball out high, especially on Ivy Smith and the guards, in order for them to get rid of the basketball.
What they want to do is they want to make sure they get that ball.
Yeah.
Almost less than a minute going on. You can't afford to let them just dribble the clock out.
30-second timeout charged here to Grambling, and this is just to set the offense here just a little bit. Well, now you got a minute 9 remaining, but you got 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And one of the things that you have to be extremely careful of if you're Grambling is to not turn the ball over, number one. But the other thing is to make sure you get off a good shot. You don't need a three.
You don't need a three. Just keep finding smart shots. Let the clock wind down. You have enough time to still set up a play and let the clock wind down.
Dante Jackson in his second year here at Grambling. Last year, able to take this team to the conference championship. And he said nobody's going to sneak up on, we're not going to be able to sneak up on anybody this year. Nigel Ribeiro trying to drive to find out what he can do. Shot is up, no good, and there was only 1 second left on the shot clock. Bruce with the basketball. Bruce ran over Ivy Smith Jr. And that's going to be a foul charge to Butler. And I believe that's going to be 4 on Butler. 4 for Butler, 3 for Combs. And if you watch it, boy, I tell you, Dallas Polk-Hilliard did a great job of getting rid of the basketball into the guard's hands. But then all of a sudden, Ivy Smith Jr. doing a great job in controlling things.
You wasn't cutting your hair until you got 20.
A.J. Gaston and Trayvon Bunch preparing to check back into the ball game.
Bro, how you talking about LSU and don't score?
Ivy Smith Jr. will shoot 2 here. Double bonus the rest of the game. First free throw, good.
Now it's really a 2-possession ball game.
He's been in pressure situations before. You remember the game against Southeastern Louisiana. He had 2 free throws with less than almost nothing left on the clock. Hit both free throws to take a 1-point lead and win the game.
He knocks both of these down. 5-point ball game now. 41 seconds remaining.
83-78. 37 seconds remaining here in the ball game.
I've always said the game's not won in the first minute, it's won in the last.
3-point bucket.
And here we go.
By Derek Bruce.
Here we go.
Quiets the crowd, and it's now a 2-point ball game. 30-second timeout taken by Johnny Jones. And I'm not sure if Texas Southern has 2 timeouts or 1 timeout left. I know Grambling has at least 1.
I think Texas Southern has 3.
I don't think that's right. Texas Southern had 3 timeouts before they called that one. Well, we know Grambling has 1 left, 83-81 to score. .7 remaining, and Grambling, all they need is a shot. Look, 1.7 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Smart timeout that they took because they didn't get a chance to throw the ball in, which means they have to take it the length of the floor, and it'll be a full court press set up by Texas Southern.
Texas Southern is definitely going to try and steal this inbound pass right here. And if they can't, expect a foul. There it is.
There's a foul on Prince Moss. Prince Moss shooting about 67% coming into the weekend.
2 crucial free throws coming up for him.
Oh, these are big.
30 seconds remaining in a 2-point ball game.
Moss with the first free throw, good. We'll have an interview with Coach Dante Jackson after the game. Still plenty of time left. 1 more free throw for Prince Moss. Good.
Comes up big.
Clutch.
Texas Southern is trying to work fast here.
Patterson with the basketball. Gets it over to Bruce, but they're taking a lot of time. Patterson for three. It's up. Wow!
Oh, wow. Ivy Smith Jr.'s hand dead in his face, and he still manages to come up with it. Ball's tipped. Texas Southern maintains possession. 10 seconds left.
85-84. Shot in good. Texas Southern just scored 5 points in 7 seconds. A three-point bucket and a deuce. And it's now 86-85, 6.3 remaining. Grambling still has a shot.
6 seconds remaining.
Wow. You cannot leave them open and asleep. Turnover happened down on this end, on the Texas Southern end, because Ivy Smith got double teamed. He was trying to just get rid of it. Nice play up the passing lane by Texas Southern, able to recover, get the turnover, get it down low, and hit the bucket.
Not only that, that ball Ivy Smith Jr. threw was tipped. And so that's a jump ball in the air. Anybody can get it. And Texas Southern comes out with it. They had a double team on Texas Southern's bench side right there. And ultimately, that's what broke down, and that's what left somebody wide open right underneath the basket for that, too. So now we have a 1-point ball game, 6 seconds remaining.
Tell you how this ball game went the last time that these two teams play. And by the way, that shot from Texas Southern was made by number 1. They just credited the basket to Jeremy Combs. 26 points on the evening. 26 points for Jeremy Combs. He had 9 in the last game.
6 seconds left. Looks like Grambling's going to have to go the length of the court with 6 seconds remaining. This is going to be the ball game.
Absolutely.
No question, this is the ball game right here.
88-87 was the final score in Houston. A 1-point heartbreaker for Texas Southern in Houston. They're trying to break the hearts here of the Grambling Tigers.
So many people on their feet right now. This is the ball game.
Ivy Smith with the ball. Ivy Smith goes in, can't hit the bucket. And it's over. Texas Southern comes in and steals one from Grambling, 86-85. They get a 1-point victory here. Texas Southern lost by 1 point there. Wow.
Talk about karma.
Good
Talk
grief.
about karma.
It was a great game, though. There's no question about that. 86-85. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have Coach Dante Jackson on with us to talk about the game. 86-85. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. I'm doing an interview with Coach Jackson here. Yeah. Coach Jackson's going to be here. Wow. Needed that one. Welcome back to the Frederick C. Hoppy Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers lose a heartbreaker by the score of 86-85. Head coach Dante Jackson joining us here at courtside. Coach Jackson, this 1-point theme with Texas Southern seems to be contagious.
Yeah, it's definitely contagious. Unfortunately, we're on the losing side of things. Should have won this one tonight.
Coach, you look at this ball game, and I want to start out by looking at you guys fought back, were 10 points down at one point in the ball game, but just never quit, especially on defense, where you really stepped it up.
Yeah, we really got after it on the defensive end. We did a great job of competing in the second half, and we knew we had to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Our real issue was we were turning the ball over, so, and the turnovers bit us at the end of the game.
Coach, one of the things that I saw is one of your assistant coaches really put his arm around Ivy Smith. He's kind of taking this loss, putting it on his shoulders, and that's what seniors in leadership does, but really and truthfully, he just wants him to keep his head up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's a tough turnover at the end of the game, man. Tough possession. What can you do about it? Take those mistakes as a junior, learn from them as get ready for your senior year.
Coach, not only did Dallas Polk Hilliard 22, Axel Okoyo double-double, 11 and 10, and once again, Prince Moss stepping it up 17 points.
Big time, man, big time. We needed Prince to come in and play well. He played really well. Unfortunately, it's just one of those days that the possessions at the end of the game really cost us, and we got to get to the drawing board, make some free throws, missing 9 at home, missing some front end of 1-and-1s. We got to do a better job.
Yeah, and then at the end of the ball game, looked like that Ivy Smith Jr. looked like he was fouled on the way up. No call there, Well, it's all.
You can't expect the referees to give you that call. At the end of the day, game is on the line. He's going down the court, and it's a kind of a bump, and it is what it is.
Coach, you got Prairie View coming up on Saturday night. They beat Jackson State tonight. #1 team in the conference. Got to lace them up again.
Got to lace them up again. It is what it is. We got to get back to the drawing board. We got one day to get ready for Prairie View, and we got to play a little bit better.
Coach, see you on Monday night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, final score, 86-85. The Grambling Tigers lose a tough game. For our television audience, we thank you for watching. We'll see you on Monday night, doubleheader against Prairie View. And, of course, for our radio audience, we'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be right back right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.